Yeah, the construction phase is just starting. So we prepare the landscape on which now to build. So the page has truly turned in terms of the vision for the project itself. And now that we have construction teams on site, and now that we're looking at very real plans about finishing the whole in 15 months' time, it gives us all a focus. It becomes very real, very exciting to see how this is actually going to come to an end, and then it allows us to begin to really plan with real conviction to have something very special to open in 2019.
My own role is project director, so I'm responsible for the delivery of the project. So we've quite a large team, a management team in CISC, and we have a large supply chain which we coordinate and partner with key specialists to deliver the project. So our role in essence is to bring the design to life. So the Curragh and their design team have done a lot of work getting to this stage, and they've really put forward a really extraordinary design in terms of its innovation, its scale and its look and feel. So we have to bring that to life over the next 65 weeks. Currently we're in the substructure, so in the groundworks at the minute, so we have a lot of excavations, piling works, etc. going on. But one of the key milestones that's coming up at the end of this year in December is the delivery of the superstructure, so the concrete frame that forms the grandstand and the atrium of the new build. So that's going to be coming in December, and there's about 6 months work in erecting that. And that's quite an innovative design in terms of the structure and how it's built. It's actually prefabricated off-site, so it's precast units delivered to site. There's about 360 loads required, delivered to site and erected using large crawler cranes. So the scale and the project and the challenge ahead is huge, but we're really up for it and looking forward to it.
The development is entering a new phase, and the first, I suppose, visible form of that is to bring the old with us. And there was a part of our stand which came down by the end of June of this year, which was embedded in a 1952 stand, and that was a piece that was built in 1852, and it was built ostensibly for the visit of Queen Victoria. So it brings a huge amount of history in terms of what was going on at the Curragh at that time. It's been literally part of the Curragh right up until a few months ago. So it's very fitting, but it's also, I think, quite a nice link with the past, link with our heritage, link with our tradition, that the Curragh represents something which has been happening here for hundreds of years. So this building, which is right behind us, is going to become part of our new venue. It will represent an opportunity to give reception to winning connections after races. It can also form part of our visitor centre as well, as we're looking to tell the story about the Curragh.
We're here at the Step-Aside Gallop on the edge of the Curragh training ground. You'll see they're replacing the surface here now, which is long overdue, but they're going to do a fantastic job. They're going to completely take off the old sand, completely put down new drainage, and then they're going to put a tarmacadam base below that and a new sand and fibre surface on top of that. So it's going to be top notch when it's done. It'll be great, fantastic to have it here on our doorstep and have it proper all-weather gallop that's usable 365 days a year. They have a big job on their hands, the Curragh Racecourse, managing that whole area and keeping it up to standard. But they're doing a really good job, and they're investing here in our little corner over here, which is great.
So a lot of elements which will be part of our future will actually be part of our racing for 2018. And as I mentioned then, we'll begin racing in 2018 as we did this year, a shortened season from May to September. We'll run 18 race meetings as we did last year. All the key races will be here. But people who come and visit racing next year will see a completely different story this time around, in that the venue is coming out of the ground quite literally. And every time they come racing, they're going to see a little bit further along. So that by the end of racing in September, most of the structure will be in place. In fact, it'll be nearly finished at that point. And really the last 3 months then of the year, right up until December, will be to do finishings and fit out, get the furniture in and getting it nicely polished, ready for opening at the end of 2018.